Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Are you ready for another dose of holiday cheer? It's time for part 11 of our Ultimate Christmas Fact series. Can you believe it? We're diving deep into the snow globe of knowledge to bring you 25 more fun and surprising facts about the most wonderful time of the year. Buckle up those reindeer, because we're about to slay this. You know, when I think of Christmas traditions, I think of Charles Dickens. No, not Charles Dickens, like when my grandma makes me wear a clip-on tie for Christmas dinner. I'm talking about the OG, the man who brought us Ebenezer Scrooge and Tiny Tim. Turns out Dickens's A Christmas Carol didn't just give us a good scare, it actually shaped how we celebrate Christmas today. That's right, those cozy family gatherings and heartwarming acts of generosity. You can thank Dickens for that. He basically wrote the book on Christmas spirit. All right, picture this, it's Victorian England, you're all decked out in your finest top hat and bustle, ready for a Dickensian Christmas feast. But hold your horses, because the main course isn't turkey, it's goose. That's right, goose was the bird of choice back then. I guess turkey wasn't the star of the show just yet, but hey, who can blame them? Goose is delicious, but you know, turkey eventually swooped in and stole the show. Why? Well, it all came down to price. Turns out turkey was just more affordable, so there you have it, folks, the great Christmas bird switcheroo. You know I love a good Christmas market. The smell of roasted chestnuts, the twinkling lights, the endless stalls of handmade gifts. It's enough to make even the biggest Scrooge crack a smile. But did you know that the oldest known Christmas market dates all the way back to 1298? That's right, 1298! Where was this magical marketplace? None other than Vienna, Austria. I bet they had some killer gingerbread houses back then. Christmas truce. A moment of peace in a world at war. This next fact is a real tearjerker. We all know that Christmas is a time for peace and goodwill, but did you know that it once brought a moment of peace to the trenches of World War I? It's true. In 1914, on Christmas Eve, something incredible happened. Soldiers on both sides of the battlefield laid down their arms and climbed out of the trenches. They sang carols, exchanged gifts, and even played a game of soccer. Can you imagine? It's a powerful reminder that even in the darkest of times, the spirit of Christmas can shine through. 12 Days of Christmas. It wasn't just a catchy song, we've all belted out the 12 Days of Christmas, but did you know that those 12 days were more than just a catchy tune back in the Middle Ages? That's right, Christmas celebrations used to last a whopping 12 days. I'm talking feasting, singing, dancing, the whole shebang. It's no wonder they needed a whole song to keep track of it all. I guess they didn't have Netflix back then, so they had to make their own fun. Bah, humbug! Early Americans weren't feeling the Christmas spirit. All right, this one might surprise you. You know how much Americans love Christmas, right? Well, back in the day, it was a different story. Early American settlers weren't exactly down with the whole Christmas thing. They thought it was too indulgent and, get this, unholy. Can you imagine? No Christmas trees, no presents, no eggnog. I guess they were more into Thanksgiving back then. Let's be real, the man in red is the heart and soul of Christmas. But did you ever wonder where the legend of Santa Claus came from? Well, it all started with a real person, St. Nicholas. He was a 4th century bishop known for his generosity, especially towards children. Over time, the legend of St. Nick evolved into the jolly old elf we know and love today. So next time you see Santa, remember the kind-hearted bishop who started it all. Can you imagine Christmas without a twinkling Christmas tree? It's hard to picture, right? But believe it or not, Christmas trees weren't always a thing in America. It wasn't until the 1700s that German immigrants brought their love of decorated evergreens to the New World. And thank goodness they did. I can't imagine a Christmas without the smell of pine needles and the joy of decorating the tree with my family. You know those beautiful Christmas Eve services with the candles and the carols? That's midnight mass, and it's been a tradition for centuries. In fact, it dates all the way back to the 5th century. Can you believe it? People have been gathering on Christmas Eve to celebrate the birth of Jesus for over 1,500 years. It's a tradition that transcends time and cultures. You know those adorable nativity scenes you see everywhere during the holidays? The ones with baby Jesus, Mary, Joseph, and all the animals? Well, we have St. Francis of Assisi to thank for those. He created the very first nativity scene back in 1223 because he wanted to make the story of Christmas come alive for everyone. And boy did it catch on. Now nativity scenes are a beloved Christmas tradition all over the world. Christmas in Finland isn't all saunas and Santa Claus villages, although those are pretty great. It's also a time for reflection and remembrance. On Christmas Eve, Finnish families head to cemeteries to light candles on the graves of loved ones. It's a beautiful and moving tradition that honors those who are no longer with us. Talk about a poignant way to spend Christmas Eve. Now, let's head over to Sweden, where they celebrate St. Lucia's Day on December 13th. It's a festival of light that honors St. Lucia, who brought food and aid to persecuted Christians. Picture this, a young woman in a white gown with a crown of candles on her head leading a procession of singers. Talk about a magical way to brighten up the darkest time of year. This next one is a head-scratcher. You know how most people associate spiders with Halloween? Well, in Ukraine, they're all about that spiderweb life for Christmas, that's right. They put spiderweb ornaments on their Christmas trees for good luck. It sounds creepy, but hey, different strokes for different folks, right? Maybe I'll try it this year. Hold on to your hats, folks, because this next one is a wild ride. In Caracas, Venezuela, they take Christmas Eve Mass to a whole new level, fam. On roller skates, that's right, they roller skate to church. I can't even walk in a straight line on roller skates, let alone attend a religious service. You guys know I love a good barbecue, so this next one is right up my alley. Down under in Australia, Christmas falls during the summer. So what do? They fire up the barbie, of course. That's right, they celebrate Christmas with sunshine, swimming, and shrimp on the barbie. Now, let's jet over to the Philippines, where Christmas is a big deal, and nothing says Merry Christmas in the Philippines quite like the parole. It's a star-shaped lantern that represents the Star of Bethlehem, and it's basically the Beyoncé of Christmas decorations. All right, folks, we are going back to Germany for this one because, let's face it, nobody does Christmas markets like the Germans. I'm talking handmade crafts, steaming mugs of Glühwein, that's German for glow wine, and it's delicious. And enough festive cheer to make your heart burst. Seriously, it's like walking into a real-life gingerbread house. Now let's head over to Italy, where they celebrate Christmas Eve with a feast that would make even the biggest foodie drool, the Feast of the Seven Fishes. That's right, 7 different kinds of seafood. It's a tradition that dates back to ancient Rome, and it's a delicious way to celebrate the holiday. We all know and love Santa Claus, but did you know that in Finland he goes by a different name? That's right, they call him Juhlapukki, which means Yule goat. Why a goat? Well, it's a nod to their ancient pagan traditions. I guess Santa has a wild side. Hold on to your kilts, because we're going to Scotland to celebrate Hogmanay. It's their New Year's Eve celebration, and it's a wild one. One of their traditions is called first footing, where the first person to cross your threshold after midnight brings gifts for good luck. You know those festive little crackers that you pull apart at Christmas dinner? The ones that make a loud pop and shower you with confetti and a paper crown? Those are Christmas crackers, and they were invented in England in 1847. Matching Christmas pajamas? Thanks social media. Remember when matching Christmas pajamas became a thing? Like everyone and their grandma had to have a pair? Well, you can thank social media for that. The trend exploded in the 2010 S, and now you can't scroll through Instagram in December without seeing at least a dozen families rocking matching PJs. Have you ever seen a sea of Santas roaming the streets in December? No, it's not a Christmas miracle. It's SantaCon. This annual event where people dress up as Santa and parade through cities started in San Francisco in 1994. You know that iconic leg lamp from the movie A Christmas Story? The one that Ralphie's dad is obsessed with? Well, it became a full-blown holiday icon after the movie's release in 1983. And you know what? I kind of want one. You know those magical little snow globes that make you feel all warm and fuzzy inside? The ones that you shake up and watch the snow fall on a tiny winter wonderland? Well, those were invented in Austria in 1900. Well, folks, there you have it. Another 25 Christmas facts to add to your holiday repertoire. Which one was your favorite? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more holiday cheer, and share this video with your friends. From all of us here at Channel Name, we wish you a very Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and a happy and healthy New Year.